The 12th, 79.
How old were you when it like all first happened? You first got into your relationship?
21.
21. Did you know they had violent tendencies like before this?
Not really, no.
Have you ever seen them like act violence while they get into any fights or arguments?
Not necessarily with my first partner, but my second partner, yeah.
Was that with just men like fighting with men or fighting with women sometimes as well?
Bit of both.
What made you get with both partners? So did partner one first and then partner two?
Well, partner one, I had low self-esteem. Thinking back about it now, I had low self-esteem and I just sort of settled.
For what you could get?
Yeah.
And what about partner two?
Partner two, I'd known him like 15 years before I got with him, and he knew what I'd sort of gone through with my first partner, and he promised me he'd never do that to me and I'd never hurt you like that, and he did it actually worse.
Yeah. Was like at the start of the relationship, was it just physical abuse straight away, or was it like money control, emotional control, friend control and all that?
Oh, all of the above, yeah.
Which one do you say, what would you say partner one did the most out of all them three? So money, friends, or like verbal?
Well, it was friends first, because then my friends just wouldn't hang about with me because of him.
Yeah.
Because they just couldn't be bothered watching it. And family, when you're covering up bruises and stuff like that, you tend not to go around because you don't want to be asked questions.
So that's kind of like a way to pull you back as well. And what about partner two?
Sort of the same, where he controlled money by just sending drug dealers to my door.
So you had to pay?
I had to pay, or they were going to like burn my house down, or they was going to batter me, or... Yeah. So I just paid it, just to sort of get rid of them, but it was a vicious circle that never...
Yeah, because he knew you'd pay it.
Yeah.
How did your family act, like, around you? Because obviously they knew it was going on, and it's kind of like a thing that you couldn't really talk about as much.
Well, they knew, like, with your dad, because he did it in front of my mum.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, what's the point, you know, being on my own, kids and it. So it was like a lesser of two evils. And then when partner one got sent to prison, everyone's like, oh, he got 5 years. I was just like, thank God for that. Yeah, and partner two, when he got sent to prison, that was my chance to move away. And
yeah, your chance to escape. Well, when did you ever? How often would you phone police? Like, so how often? Let's say in a month, would it happen?
Oh, it'd be like few and far between.
Yeah, so like, you couldn't place a number.
Yeah. It could go for 6 months and you'd not phone the police.
And then it could happen like 5 in one go. Kind of thing, How did the police act around you?
Because domestic violence at the time, it wasn't considered a priority for the police, and especially say we both had a drink in the house, they'd be like, well, you're both drunk, aren't you? So that means obviously I can't be a victim because I've had a drink. Yeah.
Did you ever try and press charges between either of them, like?
No, because I won't say like with partner number one, he got arrested, and I'd go, oh no, just leave it. Then with partner number two, police became more aware of domestic violence, and especially the last 2 times that he got charged, the police sort of forced my hand and said, will you either do this? And especially the last time when he smashed the pint pot in my face, he said, you either pick him or your kids.
What happened in that situation? What led to you getting the pint pot smashed in your face?
Well, he was trying to get back with me because he beat me up in the January, and this was in October, and he was trying to get back with me, and he asked me out on a date, and I was like, oh right, okay. So he goes out, and he promised me he'd stopped all drug taking and all that. Earlier in the night, I'd fell over, but I didn't think he'd seen it, so he was having a laugh about that. And we'd gone into a club, and there was a big round table, and we was dancing away. And he sat on the table, and the table flipped over, but it knocked every single drink over with it.
Yeah.
But it was funny because you could just see his face like shock. So it was funny because I thought, oh, if I would have done that, he would have laughed.
Yeah.
And the next minute, I just remember me laughing, and just seeing a white shirt come, because he had a white shirt, and seeing a white shirt come to me, and I don't remember anything until I was being woke up, and the woman telling me not to open my eyes because he had all glass and blood all over my face.
Would you say that was one of the worst things that happened to you?
Not one of the worst, but one of the worst, like, scarring,
So where, like, the scars predominantly, like, on your face?
On my nose, just from the last attack on my nose.
Yeah.
On my arm. But I've got scars all over my body from other attacks.
What would you say would be, like, the thing that you've been attacked, like, the thing that's been damaged the most by your attacks, or, like...
Probably my self-confidence.
Yeah.
Nothing, because anything physical, you can sort of deal with that. Yeah. It's like, well, I've got a scar on my face, so unless you've got hundreds of thousands of pounds to get plastic surgery, you just deal with it. It's the emotional
side of things.
Because sometimes, like, if they're emotionally abusive to you, sometimes you'd rather, I know it sounds stupid, but you'd rather get a punch in the face
than a bit of things chipping off you.
Yeah.
Did any violence ever happen in front of family and friends? Like,
yeah.
Which one more, family or friends?
Both.
Which one?
More friends.
Which one would you say damaged, like, your? Which one embarrassed you most? Like, which
in
one?
front of people, because they were all like, "Are you going back with him?"
Yeah.
And in your head, you know it's wrong. You shouldn't be going back to him,
but you do.
And I won't do it again. I promise I love you. And
well, what made you leave partner one in the end?
When he got sent to prison, I visited him for a few times, and then I just realised I could actually do this on my own. Yeah. And my kids were happier when it was just me and the kids. So it was just like, so he phoned me one day, and I was just like, right, I'm just going to tell him. So I just told him over the phone that I didn't want to be with him anymore, and then...
How did he react?
Well, apparently he went off to his cell crying, but it didn't faze me that, because I was like, all right, all the times you've left me in my house crying with kids after you put my windows through and beat me up.
You didn't want to give any empathy towards someone.
I didn't have any empathy.
What about partner two? What made you leave him?
Well, after he glassed me, and I think what made proper realisation that he wasn't willing to change, and when he actually did what he did, as soon as he did it, he run away, and the bouncers chased him and dragged him back, and then he tried to stand there and blame me, but it was on camera
that it was him. Did like the council do anything for you?
Yeah, when I moved here, my sister helped me loads liaise with the council and the police, and within 2 months of him being sent to prison, I was offered 2 houses, this one and one further down the road. I said, right, I'll take this, and I had 2 weeks to move, but I had to, my old house, I had to get all new doors put in because they'd smashed all the doors up, and stuff like that. So
would you say after you'd moved and all that, was there any contact between you and victim one, you and
victim
person one, and you and person two?
Well, after a few years after him getting out, but then I just realised that he was doing, because he started a new relationship and he was having a baby, and I thought, well, you've changed for her, but you couldn't change for me. But then I realised that she'd phoned the police on him a number of times as well for doing the sort of same stuff.
Yeah.
But then what made me sort of realise when he turned around to his new partner and said, yeah, and you'll get what she got, referring to me.
Yeah.
So it was like, you make all these excuses up like, oh, it's because of the drugs, it was because of this, it was not, it's just because you're an awful person.
Yeah. What about person one, like what made you stop having contact with him after he came out of prison, after he moved house?
With
what happened with
person number one?
Yeah, person number one.
Partner number one.
Yeah.
Well, I had to stay in contact with him because he was seeing children.
Yeah.
And even I used to take the kids down to see him because I thought, well, I've moved and it's not fair on him that, you know, because he doesn't drive or anything. But even he thought he could control me by saying stuff to the kids and phoning me up, I'm telling you, or you're not telling me nothing because I'm not your partner anymore and I'm not scared of you anymore.
Was there any big problems that happened in between? Like you starting contact with him, bringing the kids down to see him, and then the last time you've spoken to him?
Well, there was he always has something to moan about.
Yeah.
He wanted to be involved in the kid's life, and then when he involved him, you stop telling me just about the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Well, being a parent is about the good and the bad stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not doing all the hard graft all week and then you have a weekend of fun and I'm not allowed to. You want to be involved in their life, well, you've got to deal with that side of it as well.
What made the contact finish with partner 2? Why did
Because his mum and dad used to pick my daughter up to go and see him.
Yeah.
Then I found out they were lying because he took me to court and that was a two-year court case. But they stopped speaking to me, so I don't understand how they said I stopped them seeing their granddaughter when they stopped speaking to me. Well, she was not even 1 year old, so you are going to have contact with me to actually facilitate you seeing my child.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
And then they lied because my daughter's dad was supposed to be living with the grandparents, and they told the court he was living there. But I didn't know until she was 2. Yeah. Came home and said, I stay at Daddy's house and his girlfriend's having a baby. And when I confronted the grandparents, like, we didn't know how to tell you, so we just blatantly lied to your face. Yeah. And then I facilitated contact with just Lily's dad for a while. Yeah. And when I found out he tried to kill himself in his mum's house, so that's why I stopped going down, because I was afraid.
For her safety.
Yeah, because if he's that spiteful, like to do stuff, what's going to stop him taking his own life and taking her life to...
Spite you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be another way of controlling you in a way, even if you die. Yeah. Did you ever go to any support groups or anything?
Yeah, when I moved there, I did. Yeah, I went to quite a few.
Do you say they helped? Or
yeah, they did. Yeah.
What would you have liked the police to have done more for you?
Not look down the nose at me.
Right. How did they do that?
Just the way they talk to you sometimes, and like that. For instance, I mean, they would take when I got potted, they took it a bit more seriously. But then when the woman came to take the photographs of my face, 2 CID were at the back of the room talking about what they did at weekend, and it was just like.
Like, it's kind of taking the mick.
Yeah, it's just like...
Made you feel less important.
Yeah, I was sat here, I've got social services coming around to make sure I've got food and the kids have got beds, and, you know, that I'm looking after the kids, because Lily had to get taken to hospital in the January when he beat me up. Yeah. Because he picked her up while she was asleep, but he had blood on his hands from me, because he thought he killed me. Right. So...
Yeah. advice would you give to other victims? Your people that are still in violent relationships.
Well, there's all sorts of things that you can do now, which I at the time wasn't aware of.
Yeah.
But say if you want to phone the police and you can't talk, you can press number 5 now, and they'll know that you can't. So you can phone them, and you don't have to physically be on the phone, but they'll be able to hear.
Right. Okay.
What's going on in the background, or there's lots of things like when you go into female toilets now, there's posters up with numbers that you can call, but free phone numbers as well, because sometimes you won't have credit to phone.
Yeah.
Or even just speaking to a doctor, or even your employer now can help. There's so many ways that you can be helped, but you've got to want to.
You got to want to get out of that rather than just.
Because it'll get to a point where you think, oh, this is just my life and this is what.
Yeah, and you've have got to try and push yourself out of that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
2003. 22nd of August 2003.
Have you ever seen any violence?
Yeah.
Between like kids or adults or both?
Both.
But yeah, both. Would you say it's more typical of kids to be violent these days?
Everybody.
Would you say more boys or girls?
Both.
Have you ever witnessed fights between boys and boys?
Yeah.
Would you say have they been like bad fights, or what's the worst fight you've seen between two lads? Have you ever seen anybody use any weapons?
Yeah, because I got stabbed.
Did you?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Because of a boy.
What? How old is that boy?
How old was it?
Like 16 or something.
No, 17.
Yeah.
What part?
We was only like.
We was only 13.
What part of your body did that happen?
In my arm.
What part of your arm?
This bit.
Your forearm?
Yeah.
What about you? Have you ever any? I don't know that. No. What's the worst fight you've seen, girl on girl?
I don't really know.
Just pulling hair.
Yeah, stomping on their heads and that.
Have you ever heard about anybody getting stabbed, girl on girl?
Yeah, Amy.
Oh yeah.
What reason was that?
Over a top.
Was she stabbed badly?
Yeah.
What part of her was stabbed?
All in her belly.
Really?
And she couldn't talk.
Did she have to get surgery for that?
Yeah, she was in hospital for ages, wasn't she?
Where did that happen?
I think it was Newton Heath.
What fight have you seen? Have you seen any fights, boy on girl? Or girl on boy?
Yeah, I've been in Berry.
Have you? What was the worst one and what's it been over?
What do you think the worst fight been with a boy?
We got bear in school.
In it, we've had bear fights.
Do you think that school's a place where people have a lot of fights?
Yeah.
Over a lot of stupid things?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a fight with a boy?
No. Not like a proper one.
Just like
Play fighting.
yeah. Would you think it's worse when a girl starts to fight with a boy or a boy starts to fight with a girl?
It's a bit of both, innit?
Fights surrounded by like gangs or drugs or anything like that, or starting over, stuff like that. Or know anybody that has because of that?
Well, yeah, because like when Thingy was going to jump Thingy over his drugs and that.
Oh yeah.
Very vague.
Yeah, but we can't say anything.
Yeah. Let's call one X and call one Y.
Right, so X is the victim and Y is the
Aggressor.
The gang. Like they were going to jump him because he was selling
Selling what?
weed
Why was that big thing? Why did they not like that?
because they wanted it.
And they didn't like him.
Yeah, they didn't because it's their like when they
Cause,
check.
yeah, so they didn't like them coming on their area.
Yeah.
Because he was making money as well
Yeah.
from what they could get. Have you ever seen any female gang members or female drug dealers have fights or start problems?
Nah, it's different with girls, isn't it? Because like with girls, they just want to act hard, don't they? But none of them
Not
are actually hard.
Not actually hard, yeah.
But a lot of girls just get boys involved.
What would you say in Manchester is the worst areas for gang violence, drug violence and just fights in general?
Boston and Harper, right?
Would you say?
Yeah.
What would you say would be the best place if you didn't want any of that? Would you say the best place to be?
In
That area in Manchester? For nothing, no fights, no nothing.
I don't really know any areas like that.
They're all
Just everywhere.
Yeah.
everywhere. It's just everybody fighting.
Yeah.
What schools would you say would be the worst in Manchester?
MCMA.
Yeah.
I don't really know because I don't go to any other schools, do I?
Well, have you ever seen any have you ever seen a fight from someone from another school?
It's
Well,
like
yeah.
St Matthews and our
Matthews,
school.
They're
They're always fighting.
and what about Our Ladies and Co-op?
They're just dickheads.
Yeah.
They're just all act hard and no
Yeah.
actual
Well, we've
fight.
had a fight with co-op before, haven't we?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like big group? Oh, have you ever seen any fights that have been like in the news or anything? What fight?
There's like been bear fights on the news.
Yeah, true actually.
But that you know people in personally.
Not really because it don't really get broadcasted as much because it happens a lot.
Do you think it should be broadcasted more?
Well, yeah, because it needs to be like brought to life and what's happening.
Yeah,
and shit.
people need to realise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's bigger than what everybody makes out to be?
No, I think they make it less of a thing to worry about.
When you should be worrying about
Yeah.
it. Do you ever worry in situations?
Yeah,
like
I've
that?
been in a bad situation where I shit myself, but you've got to act hard.
Yeah, you've got to not show weakness and all that.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in a situation where you have had to back somebody that you know what they're doing is wrong, but you've still got to back them for the safety of you?
Well, I think you have because of what happened to me with Mossam Lane.
Oh yeah.
What happened there?
When I nearly got stabbed because LMA said
That
something
little-
to a group.
That little boy.
Yeah, because the group, you know, all them.
Yeah.
She said something to a group of girls down there and they twisted it. Oh no. And obviously because LMA was scared, they all tried jumping in that and then I was just stood there, me.
Have you ever been jumped?
Yeah,
Have you?
yeah, when I was like little and that.
Have you ever jumped anybody?
No.
Or witnessed somebody getting jumped?
I don't really remember much.
Do you think it's quite like how really stupid fights like that is over nothing shouldn't be given
That's
the
bullshit,
spotlight?
though. Like, that's bullshit, right? And people need to be looking at, like, why people are doing it because it's mostly over just, like...
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's not even just one person.
It could be their fault who got jumped. So like say like Amber,
Yeah.
she tried jumping Noah, so we've got on her. But then people thought we jumped Amber.
Yeah, for no reason.
Because people don't see the back
Yeah.
story of it. Would you say like obviously that fight that got put everywhere isn't a serious fight, it was over nothing and the story was only out there for them to make money? Would you say like stories that have happened with people that you know or people that you've seen and things that you've seen that haven't been shed light on, do you think they need to look more into the more of the dangers and why people do it and what's causing?
Not really, because it's all bullshit, innit? Like, everything that happens is all bullshit, and it's because people think, like, you need, it's like, because where you come from and that, you have to act a certain way and shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So would you say like someone from Stockport acts differently in
Well, I don't know, because it's like, I come from a certain area,
Yeah.
and I've been brought up a certain way, and like, when I think of Stockport and Oldham and that, I always think of inbreds and shit, because I'm not from there.
Yeah.
So like, you semi take the piss out of there, where they come from.
Yeah.
But at the moment, they probably take the piss out of us.
Yeah. Have you ever like seen any big territorial like disagreements between like areas, so like Boston, Harpray, between like an old garden and
It's like
and
there's there, isn't there, like spare shit going on.
would you say it's more about like the money, drugs side of things rather than like
'Cause-
actual problems?
Yeah, because some lad in do you remember near Mossley when he got stabbed because of a temple?
Really?
That's the one that died, yeah. He got stabbed over a temple.
And is that the one that's happened recently where everybody's like
Yeah.
H and all that we're going to see?
Nah.
No, at the lamppost and that. What
Oh,
was that
yeah,
one?
yeah.
That got a lot of attention in like,
It only got attention because people knew him.
but in the community side of things it got attention.
No.
It wasn't in the news mainly. Like it was, but it wasn't like a big thing.
It was, I think the community only like was saying about it because it happened right on someone's doorstep.
Not right. If it didn't happen in that exact spot, if it happened like down the back alley, do you think
it wouldn't
no
have
one would know?
It wouldn't have, no one would know. I don't think it just would have been shed to light as much as it would.
They'll make it